Welcome to another episode of Recipes in Turtle's Galley. Today we are going to be making the humble potato curry. And what makes this curry very, very special is what we're going to do is teach you the recipe to make not just a potato curry, but it is the base of over a dozen South Indian curries. So if you've got these very few ingredients, you can make any South Indian curry you'd like, or at least start it, and then you can snazz it up however you'd like. But this is it. This is the one curry to rule them all. This is the simplest, more straightforward South Indian dish that you can make, and it is going to be delicious and warm and yummy and all sorts of words. So let's get started. To get started, we have potatoes. So we're going to be making about, what is this bag? This bag is about a 24 ounce of potatoes. You can use any potatoes you'd like. For this many potatoes, I'm using 1 medium onion, and then the spices that you will need: salt, basic for every ingredient; turmeric, an absolute must; and chili powder. You can use a chili powder you get from any supermarket. If you go to an Indian supermarket and you can get your hands on an Indian chili powder, fantastic. If you can get the special South Indian chili powder, which has toasted garlic in it, even better. But you don't have to. Just get some chili powder, and optional is green chili peppers, but we won't do that today. And the most important thing that really distinguishes South Indian cooking is the tempering that you do at the very beginning, and we'll show it to you, of course, when you're cooking it. But the tempering mix that you have, I've got a little bit here, and that is a special mixture that I make ahead of time, and I have just a bottle of that mix that I can just stick my hand in, take a little bit, and use it for tempering the spices. And you only need to mix it once, and it lasts as long as any other spices do. So let's get started. So first we're going to cut up the onion, and you can cut this up as fine as you can. You don't need super chef skills. You can be as lazy as you'd like. So I'm going to be super lazy, and I'm going to peel this skin off very roughly, and then I'm going to chop it up. Don't stress too much about the size of the cuts or how even it is. Just get it done before your eyes start tearing. I'm sure the chefs are watching me cringing at my cutting, but it's okay. You cut however you want to cut. You can mince them later. I'm gonna get started on the second one, and my eyes are going. The tears have begun, but we're almost done. Okay, that was great. That was a success. Good job, everybody. We cut all of our onions, and we did such a good job of it. Good job. Okay, I'm gonna wash my face. All right. Now for our potatoes. I've actually boiled my potatoes about halfway through just to make my life easier. But you can cut your potatoes up however big you like. I like them bite-sized. And like I said, about halfway boiled through. If you want to cook them from the start, you totally can. That's totally up to you.
Could you show how to cut?
Yeah, let's cut one. So these tiny potatoes, I like keeping the skin on because I think there's lots of multivitamins in there. So if I can keep the skin on, I will. And this is about the size I like them. You can make them a little bigger if you'd like, but you can use any potato kind you like. I'm going to start off with a little bit of oil. You can use any kind of oil you'd like. And then once it is warm enough, and you can test this by throwing one of the little mustard seeds in there. And if it does nothing, it's not hot enough. If it just starts spluttering, then it is hot enough. So we're going to give it a little bit, 30 more seconds. It's on a pretty high heat, so it's going to heat up pretty quickly. We try again. Yep, that immediately sizzled. And so we're going to And you can hear the sizzling. Can you hear the sizzling? And you know that your spices are tempered correctly when you start to see these little, the big guys start to get a light brown color to them. Then you do the onions. And mix it up, and you should already start to smell super yummy smells. I did not cut that properly, so we're just gonna get rid of that. Okay. And at this time, you can lower the heat a little bit. If your heat was a little too high and everything is starting to burn. And then you're going to let these onions saute in this oil for a few minutes until you start to see that the onions are starting to become translucent. So if you separate it out and you get one piece and you can see right through it, that means that the onions are sauteed enough. You don't have to mix it too much, so just leave it alone. Leave it alone. Give Krabby his stick back and walk away. And they are see-through and translucent, so you know that your onions are sauteed enough. And then you put in your potatoes. And give this back to Krabby. So we're gonna do salt. Oops.
Oh my.
That's okay, that's not a lot. Turmeric. And chili powder. Then you mix it all up.
Good.
All right, that is smelling delicious, and cook it up until, and taste it. Taste your food. Add a little bit more turmeric if you like it, add a little more chili powder, add a little bit more salt, add a little less next time if you find it too salty. You can add a little bit of lemon juice, you can add coriander to finish it up, you can add some garam masala if you want to fancy it up, but this is your basic potato curry. You can make now bean curry, potato curry, any vegetable, insert vegetable here, curry. This is the base for most meat dishes in South India too. So you have learned one recipe, but really what you've learned is probably over a dozen recipes. So I hope you try some of these at home. Let us know what you think of it. We always appreciate your feedback, and have a great day.